Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Let's Get Loud podcast. This is a solo podcast episode with and I owe you guys a real juicy, real good episode because I missed last week's episode. It just happened and I'm so sorry, but here I am. I do not usually struggle with consistency, but obviously life is busy and schedules are different with the kids being home. Speaking of the kids being home, everyone, it is almost over. Kids go back to school next week. Although I just realized there's a day my kids are not going back. So annoying. Staggered entry. Ugh. Anyways, how are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about fall? Are we ready for fall? It's definitely in the air in the mornings, in the evenings. It's definitely cooler. I am not going to lie to you. I am ready. Bring on all things pumpkin, sweater weather, all the things. Listen, I love summer, but I love looking forward to the next season. It's so like refreshing. Like, I don't know, just right now thinking about the kids going to school and me shutting the door and like I'll probably get myself a new fresh notebook. Doesn't that sound fun? Actually, I'm crushing it in my current notebook. So like we only start fresh notebooks when I am on a roll, you guys, but I'm going to get into that in a bit. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to fall. I love cooking and I find I don't do a ton of cooking in the summer just I just don't prioritize it. Although we did get a new barbecue, so it's half barbecue, half grill. Don't want to be dramatic, but changed my life. We cook on the grill side more than we cook on the barbecue side. It just makes it so easy to cook things that it just makes it so easy. I did last night, I did little potatoes cut up and shrimp skewers, and it doesn't make a mess in the kitchen. There's nothing to clean. It's amazing. I'm obsessed. So we have been using that a lot this summer. It actually has a pizza oven, so we're going to use that for the first time this weekend. Happy weekend, everyone. It is a long weekend. I am really looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be full and busy, though. I have some work things I need to finish up, which is fine. So I can't like completely disconnect because we have some exciting things coming in September. And September 1st is like knocking on the door. Is September 1st Monday or Sunday? Let's hope it's Monday, right? Let me just check here, everyone. Wow, I am all over the place. Okay, so oh shit. September 1st is Sunday. And we have some stuff to finish up for Sunday. Oh wow. That makes today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Okay, anyways, so I have happy long weekend. I have some work stuff to clean up, which is you guys don't need to worry about that. And I have some fun planned as well. My parents are coming to visit. We haven't spent a ton of time with them this summer, so I'm really looking forward to that. We are going to use our pizza oven with them on Saturday for lunch. My mom made homemade pasta and homemade marinara sauce, so that's going to be fun. And we're going to just swim and enjoy the day. And I'm having an end of summer party on Saturday, which again is tomorrow. In my brain, it's like I'm struggling with the fact that that's actually tomorrow. So I actually feel like I need to text Melissa now because I'm like, I gave her some work things and to translate, I'm like, now I realize that I'm asking you to do this for tomorrow. No, for Sunday. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, so I'm having an end of summer party. So we invited a bunch of our family friends. So it should be a good party. Tons of children and adults doing their thing. When we have a big party like that, I just order a bunch of hot dogs. I think I ordered 100 hot dogs and buns. And imagine the grocery order guy must be like, interesting. And I just ever ask everyone to bring something else to go with it. So it's just a real big, good, fun hot dog party is what we're doing. And then Sunday, just a chill day, it's supposed to rain. So I have got the ingredients to make lasagna soup. A friend of mine who I really respect how she runs her like household and she like feeds her family. Like I really get inspired by that. What she does for school lunches, which is maybe the only sad part about going back to school lunches and slower mornings. Like I love the slow morning pace of summer. I really love it. Like right now it is 9:15 a.m. and my kids, I actually just let them eat cake for breakfast. I had froze some of the girls' birthday cake and I pulled it out yesterday to have with dessert. But there was a lot left and they're like, can we have cake for breakfast? I'm like, do you know what? Yes, you can. So it's 9:15. They're on a device and eating cake. So they can just soak up those last minutes of summer because it can be a harsh reality. But yeah, I will miss the slower mornings and I will miss not making lunches. Anyway, so making lunches, this is what I think I'm going to do. So what she does is she makes big batches of like lasagna soup, like spaghetti, shepherd's pie. So things that like the kids like. And then she has them in individual size containers in the freezer. And then what I will do is the night before, I'll be like, hey kids, go pick your lunch. And so we'll get to a point where they can have chicken noodle soup, they can have lasagna soup, they can have shepherd's pie, they could have I don't know, a bunch of other things. And they pick it, put it in the fridge. In the morning, we'll microwave it, put it in their thermoses. Doesn't that sound like a great system? And I find that they're eating, when I have a thermos lunch, they just end up eating more nutrient dense than when they have like the little picky lunch. It just ends up more processed when it's like a picnic style lunch. So, wow. I got the ingredients to make lasagna soup, which is one of our family's favorites. And I also got ingredients to make some school safe snacks. So like energy balls, I reduced the amount of like granola bars and like processed kid snacks that I was buying a couple years ago, but I haven't really gotten to a point where I feel like I'm crushing it. And even our desserts. So I'm really trying right now to reduce the amount of processed foods in the house. I myself have switched primarily my desserts to fruit, or like a homemade dessert, or my protein shake. So it depends on how my day goes and my hunger, but I have a protein shake every day, and my chocolate banana peanut butter one is my favorite. And so sometimes it works out perfect that like and what I've been doing is having 4 meals a day. And sometimes what it works out perfect is like I can have 2 meals at once. Like it's hard to explain. So okay, wow. So this is what I've been doing for my system, my way. I am not saying this is the only way. I'm not saying this is perfect. I'm not saying this is the answer. I'm saying for me, this works really well. So I find for the most part, I do not wake up hungry in the morning. I also actually really enjoy how I feel fasted first thing in the morning. I drink a ton of water. I drink a ton of coffee. It's like, I don't know, it just feels good to me. Um, and so I eat when I'm hungry. I eat my first meal when I'm hungry. And sometimes that's quite late. And if it's quite late, then I combine 2 meals together. And when that works out, so I've been using my protein shake as a dessert. Or if that works out again, I'm using my mama tea. I'll have half of it as dessert instead of like more of a meal. So basically, I have been really working hard at changing up my habits a little bit around dessert. There's nothing wrong with chocolate. However, I am on, a wellness journey, and a big part of my wellness journey is fueling my body and increasing the amount of vitamins and minerals and nutrients I give my body, because the more whole foods we give our bodies, the more energy we have. And that is one of my most driving factors. I want to wake up every single day and have enough energy to do everything I want to do from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed. I don't know where this like core value came from, but when I was 70 pounds. So the girls just turned 10. So 9 years ago, it's actually 9 years ago around this time. It was October. I knew I wanted to change. And the biggest piece of what was telling me I needed a change was how tired I was. So I was at that point, I had 2 1-year-olds and a 3-year-old. I was working full time outside of the home. Neil was working long hours at his job. And I just felt like I was slugging through life. And if you think about it, I was carrying around, I don't know how much Piper weighs right now, but about a Piper worth on my body. Like I was carrying around 70 extra pounds on my body. So no wonder I was tired. And that was such a big piece of what drove me to make a change, that now that I've made that change and I'm existing my life in a smaller body. And what happened was when I turned 40, just things started coming up. And basically I was reminded of my why. And it was like, okay, what you're doing right now is actually not enough anymore. And at first that could be like, well, this sucks. This is hard. And I did have that moment at the beginning of this year. And I was frustrated, but I reframed it and I thought, okay, do you know what? This is not hard. This is different. You've never lost weight in your 40s. You have more things like fact. Your body is telling you, knock, 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 Alicia, you're 40. Like, if you drink, you're not going to sleep and you're going to be tired for 2 days. Knock, 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 you're 40. Your joints are saying, like, ouch, Alicia, I might need a little bit more. Like, knock, 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 you're 40. You're tired at 3 p.m. Okay. And I was like, unacceptable. And you know what? You can choose to accept it. That's fine. But I didn't. I wasn't. So it was almost like, I'm just having this moment right now. It just shows you the power of reflection. But it was almost like I had the exact same moment I had 9 years ago, but it wasn't so much about, like, it was a much of a different journey. Really, then it was just about weight loss. I'm going to be super honest. I mean, I know I wanted it for the right reasons. And when I did commit to it 9 years ago, it was the 87th time I had tried to lose weight. But I was I was committed to doing it different. And that's why I was successful, right? But fast forward right now, it's my same thing was nagging me. It was like, my brain was telling me, like, there's more for you. You can be greater. You can be better. You can do more. You can feel better. And so that's what got me to this point. Wow. So I always just want to make sure that when I'm sharing with you guys the things that I'm doing, whether it's not eating till I'm hungry, whether it's eating 4 meals, whether it's increasing my nutrient dense foods, whether it's reducing processed foods, moving my body, I just never want you guys to think that I'm pushing that specific thing on you, because I am not. I'm simply sharing with you what's authentic to me and what lights me up and what brings me joy and what is important to me. And at the end of the day, that's what makes me happy. And you following my way will not make you happy. It might not create weight loss for you. It's about finding your way. And so when I'm sharing with you, I am sharing my own personal experience, because that really anchors what I'm sharing with you guys. But more than anything, I want to encourage you to find what lights you up and what excites you. Like, if the thought of reducing processed foods and like not having as many granola bars in your life feels so daunting, then don't do it. Like, don't do it. That excites me. So all of this to tell you guys that I bought the ingredients to buy. I have several good recipes in the cookbook. We have a Your Way Weight Loss cookbook, no big deal. And we have some energy ball recipes in there. So I have 2 different kinds of energy balls I'm going to make, and a black bean brownie recipe. So I love fall because I love cooking, and I find I prioritize cooking a little bit more in the fall. And I'm excited to kind of increase the amount of nutrient dense foods that I'm bringing my family. I love that I said this while telling you that they just ate cake. But there's something, I don't know, it's when I made it myself, even if it has flour and sugar, it just feels different than the package, there's nothing wrong with processed foods, you guys. At the end of the day, there's nothing bad. However, if you're eating a granola bar that is shelf stable for 4 years, basically it's been processed to the extent where there's barely any nutrients in it. So there's energy, you're giving your body energy, but not nutrients, right? So that's what really drives me. Yeah, so I'm just excited about that. That's exciting to me. Wow. Okay, I told you guys that I owed you a good one. So now I've updated you on my weekend. I told you about work things. Actually, let's go into work things real quick here. So if you are not currently on our email list, you need to get on our email list, because September 1st, something really exciting is coming out for non-members. Okay. If you are a member, don't worry. We got you. Okay. We got you. So make sure you join our email list. And the best way for you to join our email list is to join our 2-day webinar. So September 9th and 10th, we're hosting a 2-day webinar, totally free, how to create intentional weight loss. And we need 2 days because we have a lot to tell you. Day 1 is really going to be about the process of setting intentions and how we do it, why we do it, best practices. And then day 2 is going to be about setting our intentions for weight loss. Okay. We are getting very focused this fall, and people that are joining us because they want results, but they want results without dieting. And we are going to deliver. You will have to play a role in this, though. You are going to have to commit to setting your intentions every single day. Do you think you can do that? Some people think it's not enough. You will be shocked at what you can accomplish by just being intentional every single day. So anyways, I'm going to put the information for all of that in the show notes. I want you guys, every single one of you listening to this podcast, if you enjoy this podcast, you are going to love our 2-day webinar. So please sign up. And even if you can't watch it live, if you sign up, we will be sending you the recording after. So please make sure you sign up. Okay, so that's what we've been working on behind the scenes. And it's always kind of busy this time of year getting that ready. We have a brand new tool that's going in for our members to support this. And so that will hit your inbox September 1st as well, if you're a member. Okay, so myself. I am really, okay, first of all, and I want to say that last podcast, I told you guys I was going to go and join the gym and lift weights. I did not do that. And do you know what? I really need to reflect on that. And I need to say, you didn't prioritize that, Alicia. It's not that you didn't have time. Now, listen, I was busy. My life is busy. My life is full, and I choose that life. I love that life. But I did not prioritize joining the gym and lifting weights. And I might need to ask myself, why didn't you prioritize that thing that you keep saying you're going to do, but you're not doing? You know, maybe you don't really want to. And so that I'm going to need to put that on the side for a little bit, and I'm going to need to spend a little bit more time reflecting on that and deciding what I'm going to do with that, because I do want, and like Jose gets really intense about like what you want and what you say you want. What you want is what you do every day. So by me not going to the gym, that's what I wanted. Okay. And so I do see value. I'm not going to say I want to lift weights. I'm going to say I see so much value in lifting weights, especially as a woman in her 40s. Remember, I am on a journey right now, a wellness journey to age powerfully. And weightlifting is one of the most impactful things I can do to age powerfully. So I see value in it, but why don't I want it? And that's hard to say. That's hard to say, right? And if you guys are listening to this and maybe you're like, oh, I want to lose weight. If you wanted to lose weight, you'd be losing weight. Oh, I want to start going for a walk. I want to be a walker. If you wanted to be a walker, you'd already be a walker. Okay. You see value in it, perhaps, but you're not prioritizing it. You're not choosing it. Why? So I need to figure out that for myself. So I'm going to put that on pause, and I wanted to share that with you guys because I wanted to own that I didn't prioritize it. I wanted to model the language I use when I don't prioritize things. I didn't say I didn't have time. I was not the victim of my circumstances or my environment. I owned every single part of not doing that thing. And then not beating myself up about it and not being like, you suck, you fail. I can't believe you didn't do that. I just say to myself, why didn't I want that? Why don't I want that? And can I work at tweaking that or whether it's the environmental factor? So let's say I'm like, okay, weightlifting. Okay. Why don't I want it? Is it the gym? Is it getting out of my comfort zone to join the gym? Is it the workout program I've chosen? Is it the time of day I've chosen to do it? So is there anything I can tweak within the environmental factors? And then what about my mindset? Like what can I say to myself? How can I reframe this in my brain so that I do want it? So I'll leave that with you. I'm going to come back to that when I've prioritized kind of processing that and reflecting that in my brain. But where I really want to get to is kind of having a little bit of a celebration moment with you guys. So I can officially say, because it is August 30th, that I lost weight this summer. And I have never lost weight ever in the summer. So a little history about Alicia. So I always struggled with my relationship with food. As a child, I can remember having a tumultuous relationship with food, often losing control around food, especially nutrient deficient food that I didn't have access to often. So I did not have an abundance mindset around food. I very much had a scarcity mindset, and I was binging from a very young age. I didn't know what it was, but I was. But I didn't struggle with my weight until university. And I started going to camp, and we would go to I would work at a summer camp every summer in the States, and they had chicken nuggets on tap. They had chocolate chip cookies and chocolate milk, as many as you could eat every single day. And I would lose control every single day, pretty much. And I would gain a lot of weight every summer. And I would come home and I would feel guilt, shame, embarrassment, go on a diet, lose some, but never all, repeat. So, at my heaviest was after camp. I don't know how much, I'm 5'9". I probably got up to about 250 pounds. And so that's my relationship with summers I wanted to share with you. So then fast forward to Your Way weight loss, I lose my weight. Everything goes great. And that's 7 years I've been maintaining, and maintaining doesn't mean this. Maintaining means this, right? Maintenance is not you staying at one number. It's you staying within like probably 5 to 10 pounds, up and down. That is totally normal maintenance. So that's where I've been at. And so at the beginning of this summer, though, I was above where I feel comfortable in my maintenance range. And really, that happened at the beginning of January. And it really took me some time to figure it out. Okay. And so I have been very intentional this summer. And I've sat my ass on my chair pretty much every single morning. I'm not going to say every single morning, and wrote in my journal. And I would think about this. These are the steps that I took. And this is the guide that we are providing for our members. Step one, how did yesterday go? Did it go well? Did it align with your goals? If yes, what factors what did you do that helped with that? If not, if it didn't go so well, why? What were the triggers? Was it emotional? Was it environmental? Can you reduce those triggers? So kind of like a reflection on how the day went. Then the next step is always like, okay, what does today look like? Do you have obligations? Do you have the kids? Do you have appointments? Do you have what does your day look like? And then here's the most powerful part. Every single day, I need you to declare, I will create a calorie deficit today, or I will manage my surplus today. And I did that every single day. And then I would write how. So I will create a calorie deficit. How? I will move my body. I will prioritize my water. I will measure my creamer. I will watch my portions. I will. Okay. And so from the beginning of the summer to now, I've lost about 5 pounds, which is not a lot, but absolutely it is in the summer. Like I lost 5 pounds this summer. I am saying that out loud. I am screaming that from the rooftop. And what is the tool that I used? I set daily intentions. It is the most powerful tool that you can use when it comes to achieving any goal. And let me tell you why. It is a tool that can go with you anywhere. It is a tool that will work when you're busy, when you're tired, when your kids are sick, when you're moving, when you're out to dinner, when you're on vacation, when it's Christmas Day. Every single day, this tool works. So many of the other tools that are created for you for weight loss, following a meal plan, eliminating certain foods, counting calories, they go like this with real life. Okay. This tool actually, shockingly, takes into consideration your actual life, and that we set our intentions around that, instead of taking real life and then taking weight loss and having them separate and then wondering why we can't put them back together after, and we always seem to gain our weight back. Okay. This tool, and this is a tool that will require sharpening. There's a word I'm trying to find, but it's going to require practice and fine tuning. And our members have been starting to write their intentions, and I already see they need tweaking. It's not bad. They're not doing it wrong. It's just we need tweaking to make it more impactful. So it's not that you're doing it wrong. It's that you're not focusing on the right things, and that you could be tweaking how you're writing your intentions, and they could be giving you bigger, better results, more impact. Isn't that what we want? So your intentions are not your to-do list. It's not do my laundry. I want you to declare, I will create a calorie deficit today. And then you ask yourself, how? And you only write shit on that list that is authentic to you. Shit on the list that aligns with your values, your resources, your environment. Boom. Okay. That is what we were working on. And that's what I did this summer. And I lost 5 pounds. I almost can't even believe it. It's like I'm in awe. I've been extra intentional over the last couple of weeks. Our our fun has slowed down a little bit. So it gave me the opportunity to get a little bit more momentum with this. And it feels incredible. And I want to leave you guys with one thing. I had one really special day this week where I was like, oh my God, I think I clicked every single thing off my how list. And do you know what I felt that day? So happy. so content, so proud. And it's not about the results. It's not about the scale going down. It was about me. Literally, you will feel so happy, reinforced when you start showing up and being consistent with the actions you know will get you results if you are consistent with them and they're authentic to you. That feels so good. And that's something that we want for every single person. So thank you guys for listening to me ramble, being a safe place for me. I am super excited for what's coming with my own personal life in the fall and our business. You know, Your Way Weight Loss is thriving right now, and so many women are choosing us for a way to create weight loss, but without the diet. And cannot wait for the 2-day webinar. It is going to be filled, chock full of the how, so that you guys can actually start putting your heads down and getting to work and achieving those goals that you've been setting every single fall for how many ever years. Let's do it different this time. Okay. So make sure to sign up in the show notes, or send me a DM if you need help finding anything. My DMs are always open. All right, guys, have an amazing long weekend. Be intentional this weekend about what you want. Okay. Wake up and say, what do I want today? I will create a calorie deficit today. I will manage my surplus today. I will be mindful today. I will be present today. I will enjoy time with my family and friends. You fill in the blank. Okay, bye guys.